Hi again, YouTube. I know I already uploaded once today, but I've just been watching these ponds. I dug most of the rest of the leaves out. There's a couple back there still that I'll get here in a second, but got all of them out of this one. And I don't see a single dead fish or dead shrimp in here or anything, so I looked around pretty good. The light's pretty good in here. And you can see there's what looks like maybe a pregnant female back here. She's kind of like standing up towards the top and being kind of hidey. And there was one that just ran back behind that cinder block over there. But yeah, they're just kind of hiding out in the back. I did put just a very small amount of food in here so they could eat. Probably start, doing that more often if it warms up a little more. As for this pond, I really don't know if all these guys are going to be dead or like what's going on. There's a lot of algae growth, so that means that there's some high. Either I overfed or there wasn't enough light to keep it warm, and these guys are pretty cold hardy, but this pond did freeze over for a while, and it only had a little tiny gap of water in it, whereas this one only froze over for like a day, and then it would be completely thawed the next day because it got warm again. This one pretty much stayed froze for like a week or more, so that could have something to do with it. I hope I get in there and start looking around and there's like something in there at least alive. Any white clouds that are alive in here, when spring comes, I'm going to move them into this tank. Oh, look. I don't know if you can see them back there. You can kind of see that one right there. See it? They're very skittish right now. Like, before they were very personable, but they seem pretty skittish now after the long winter. You see that? Probably a male right there. Looking really, really colorful. Yeah, so this one did good. This one did not so good. So I'm going to take all the Java ferns and stuff like that. Well, I might leave most of them in here actually and just drain it down and take the top plants off. But almost all these top plants are going to end up over here. And I'm probably going to doll something up to where I can have like a couple extra plants like right here. What I might do is, so there's like it's hard to see, but there's like a hump there. It's like this side almost. You see that little hump there where I can't really put any cinder blocks down right there. So what I might do is move those two sets of cinder blocks a little closer together and get a good piece of wood, a good sturdy piece of wood, very thick, and do something like that. If I can get them close enough that I can put a cinder block across them, I would rather do that, because that wood's going to break eventually when it gets all rotted out. It would last for a while, I'd say, though. So yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm going to find a way to take that one more iris that's over there, and this chameleon plant can go in the front. The arrowhead plant will have to go in the back. This guy, if he even grows, he'll end up on this other side. So maybe what I could do is do like, okay, so maybe I would have one horsetail rush here where the bubbler is, and then an iris, and then another iris, and then another iris. So 3 irises in a row there. And then I would put the other horsetail rush there. And then if I could get enough space on the backside, I could put the arrowhead plant, because I think they get a little bit taller than the irises, and they don't get quite as pretty blooms. So the irises would be more like a highlight plant. Yes, I might put the arrowhead like back here, and then an iris here, an iris here, and an iris here. So you get all the nice pretty blooms. They're all different kinds of irises, so it'll be different color blooms there. And then the horsetail rushes will go on the outside maybe. I'll probably have to play with it a little bit, see how I like it, but I'm going to end up with all those plants in here, I think, basically. The chameleon plant, I can put it up here, and I can even divide it. I can get like a hanging basket and put it here, so it's just like that short growth will come up in the front here. And then the back will all be tall growing plants that get the nice blooms and stuff. The chameleon plant gets like little white blooms on it, I think. And then I'll move that other pond here, and in that pond, I love the irises. They stay alive like all year round. They like, I mean, look at these. Look at these. These have survived like literally a sheet of ice like this thick, like 1.5 inches thick, and it was literally just frozen through the tops of the pots and frozen through where the rhizome is and everything. I mean, the rhizome had to be frozen solid. There's no way it wasn't. I mean, other than the gravel, like, I mean, but the freezing temperature was there. The rhizome was at freezing temperature. There's no way it was not. It didn't stay froze for very long, though, because of the sun. So I'm thinking if I move the other one over here to right here, what I would do is just do literally all irises in the back. So no horsetail rush, no, you know, stuff like that. Maybe I do like a horsetail rush in the very, very back, and then I do irises in front of them. But I just want to do like a row of irises, like, so maybe like horsetail rush, irises, just a bunch of irises, because they look so good. They look really, really pretty like this anyway, and then they're supposed to get good blooms. They're supposed to get pretty tall, so they fill in nice. So yeah, they're just like a perfect plant for me. And then as far as the underwater growth, what I will probably do is, since the other one is going to be more in the sunlight, wow, the white clouds are really coming out. Look, there's one of the little tiny ones that survived the year, the winter. Yeah, so I will probably get some what are they called? Lilies, water lilies, the ones that grow from the bottom and then put up the pads on top. I'll probably get some of those for some underwater growth. Probably transfer over some of my Java ferns and Java moss. So that's pretty much what I'm going to use in this new pond. It's not going to be a new pond, it's going to be the same pond, but rescape everything, make it look even nicer. I need to get gravel in there because I never had gravel in there in the first place. I think I only put gravel in this one. And I mean, this one, like, when I look at the bottom, it's so much easier to see. Like, I mean, I don't see that amazingly. Like, it's not like that looks great, but, like, that's way easier to see than the other one, guys. With the rocks down there. Gives it a good color to, for everything to background on. Let's see if we can see this white cloud. I'm going to have to get in the light to block the light for you guys. Yeah, I got that polarizing lens though, so hopefully once I figure out how to get it on my camera, we'll be chilling. Oh, there's the old female, the one with the big black dot on her head. She's down there. Hoping these guys had babies, and then I won't have to worry about the fact that I killed off some fish over here. I'm really sad about that, guys. I know I didn't really act like it, but yeah, I get pretty upset when I kill off fish. I'm not like, oh man, they died, and like don't cry about it, but like if my dog or cat died, you know, it's possible I might cry about it, but for fish I don't really cry about it because you don't get quite as like attached to them, but it really is like a sad thing, especially when you think you're doing good or whatever, and then you come out and you're like, oh, a couple things are dead. Oops. Yeah, so I don't really know what happened with this, but we will get that addressed. And now for the important part, I will also link a comment, tag a comment or whatever, see if anybody wants to tell me what I should put in the pond. I did white clouds this time. I'm thinking about doing a live bearer so I can just have like a bunch of babies out of there. And then if the live bearers get out of control, then I'll find something to eat them. So yeah. That's about it, guys. I think I'll be going in now. Sorry for all the videos today. Hopefully somebody got something out of them. If I were gonna set these ponds up again, the thing that I would do is I would set this one up in a little bit more sunlight. This one is like perfect. It gets full sunlight for like an hour or two a day, not very long at all, when the sun's like right overhead. This one does too, but it doesn't get any indirect sunlight. This one gets indirect sunlight. The sun's like right there. So this one's getting indirect sunlight for like most of the day. I mean, almost all day. So yeah, this new one will be more of a direct sunlight pond. It will be getting a lot of sunlight almost all the time. So stay posted, guys. We'll get a new pond built out. Sorry I had the casualties. I know that's disheartening for everybody watching, but it'll be okay. We'll keep trucking along, and I got other things in the works too, so I'm pretty excited still. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your YouTube time.